Normally, most of the episodes I listen to, they're like 10 parts. This one was only 8.
Mm.
Well, yeah, it may be just that they packed the same amount of stuff into a smaller, into smaller pieces, into fewer pieces rather.
Yeah.
One thing that I've noticed, maybe I was just cutting it out short on a lot of them, was that it actually does have sort of a credits sequence at the end.
It does at the end of each episode. But no, you're right. Telepresence is shorter than the others because it's only 23 minutes and 26 seconds long, the entire episode.
Oh.
Whereas the next one is over an hour long.
Oh.
Oh, wait, not the next one. The one after the next one. The last one of this is over an hour long. The next one I think is fairly short.
But yeah, I've noticed the it may be just on this disc they decided to do that, but I didn't remember hearing credits on any of the other ones.
It just this disc set they started. They just started with this disc set. They changed a few things as far as the formatting of it with this set. Most notably, the intro and outro they put in. And as far as the end, they have like a little at the end of the last Masters of the World, Master of Worlds rather. They have like the a track of just music. So, yeah. They changed a few things on this one, this set. But I mean, it's got a bit more action and a bit more like, because they've been doing it for a while now, I guess they decided to change things up and all that. And it's got more Sam, so I mean, that's always good.
Yay, more Sam. Fear the power of Sam.
You know, another thing they changed, they actually have a different picture of Josh on the cover art.
Oh, cool.
And there were like 3 or 4, he was on 3 or 4 different discs, disc cover arts. Every single cover art they used was the exact same image, altered slightly. It's the same expression, same pose, just that picture. They changed like the outfit. It was basically like a cutout doll put into the sequence.
That's called cheating.
And they
well, you don't watch audiobooks you don't listen to audiobooks for the visuals.
True. I noticed it because I was looking at my disc.
But anyway. Oh, episode proper. So essentially, the Matrix.
Essentially.
The Matrix meets the Cybermen, or the Borg, sort of. I haven't looked ahead, but those are the ones that tend to, recruit.
Assimilate.
Well, upgrade and delete is generally what they say. Did we lose Doc?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she sort of cut off mid-sentence, so...
Yeah, I thought it was weird. She just probably has technical error. She'll be back. Yes. I hope.
Okay, so we're on our own for a while until she finds her way back in. Yeah, let's throw our scientists and our let's throw a bunch of people into these headsets that we don't know much about. It's like,
welcome back, Doc.
They cut me off as I was in the middle of talking.
Yeah, I figured as much.
It didn't sound like
But
you were saying was over.
yeah, no, I was saying how this is the first one where he's wearing a jacket and he ended up transported to a hot planet. Oh,
He could
what?
just be really cold natured. He does look after the Bahamas in the
No,
the
that's
Bermuda
Sam.
Triangle. So
That's Sam. I was talking about Josh.
oh, okay, you're talking about okay. Sorry.
Sam has a different image every time. It's just Josh uses the same image.
Well, at any rate. Yeah, let's so like I was saying before cut out well, while you were cut out, it's sort of the Borg meets the Matrix
Yeah.
so far.
And
Which probably means Cybermen are somehow involved. Given
of course.
Now, my question is, did they meet Cyberman prior to this?
Unit has, yes. They're in one of the very first, not the very first, but one of the very first incidences of Unit in Doctor Who, the second Doctor era. They meet the Cybermen in a story arc called Invasion, which is the story arc where Jamie leaps into the Doctor's arms when the lift falls.
Okay, because you would think that when they saw the dog get assimilated or whatever, they'd be like, "Oh shit, it's Cybermen."
First of all, there have been different Cybermen throughout. I mean,
you got the Mondasian Cybermen, you got the Cybermen from the alternate Earth.
And this is different from either of those. And even within those Cybermen types, there are different forms of evolution. Like the original Cybermen were affected by gold. Gold. In fact, in Earthshock, Adric sacrificed himself heroically using the gold from his mathematics badge of mathematical honor or whatever, and stabbed a Cyberman in the chest and destroyed the spaceship that they were on, saving the world.
Didn't the Doctor beat a Cyberman with gold?
Yeah. Gold used to be one of the key best ways to destroy a Cyberman. But
cool, so if you're rich, you can survive.
Just lure him into Scrooge McDuck's money bin. He's played by the Doctor. He won't care.
Gold plate a sword and then stab them. Just go around stabbing them.
But that's only one type of Doctor.
Yes.
I mean, one type of Cyberman. There are different forms of Cybermen, and each form has a different characteristic and different weaknesses, which makes fighting them very hard. Because just like the Borg, they're always adapting, and it makes stopping them very difficult.
Yeah, I don't remember if the like from the Ghost Shift, those sorts of the alternate Earth Cybermen. What was there?
Their weakness?
Oh, it was the connected emotional suppressor unit.
Yeah,
that's what they ended up.
That the Doctor tricked. Not tricked, but
got Mickey to disable.
Yeah.
Like, everything's connected. Everything's compatible.
It's like even an idiot could solve this.
Yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, and they get the, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know you're in bad shape when 10 says, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Then, yeah, if he says that, if he says all on Z, you're good. If he says that, you're in a bad way. He might still be able to pull it out, but you're probably in a real bad way. But, yeah, and it's like, So instead of just, putting one person in these headsets, not knowing much of anything about them, let's put 3 people, including our best scientist, into the headset.
They needed their researcher for understanding,
Yeah,
and then they
it's a trade-off. You either have your researcher there to help you figure out how to get people out, or you have them there figuring out
why do
what's
you
going on. So
why do you think Kate stayed out? Because Kate and Osgood are the 2 smartest people,
yeah, you can't have
and,
both of them in there. But
and I think if anything went wrong, Kate is a better choice to have on the outside.
well, I mean, I'm just
Because
saying, not,
yeah,
I was
but
maybe not putting all 3 of them in there. But
well, I mean, like as if Josh would let Osgood go alone, even with just Shindy.
True.
He needs to protect her. Yeah, but a big up job he did.
yeah.
So yeah, they have encountered Cybermen before, but so that's why they did say that this seems familiar, but it's not the same.
Yeah,
I
'cause
have a question about these Cybermen. Who the hell bothers with pigeons?
all
It
must
was
be upgraded.
no, the pigeons were just a okay.
Were
I
they
found some.
basically cybermats?
No, it was just I found something even better to get them with. Fly.
He's but
Yeah.
pigeons.
I know.
Nature's rats with wings.
Hey, Osgood loves pigeons.
Oscar loves anything.
True. Osgood is.
Sure she's vegan.
Yeah, pretty sure she's vegetarian at least. Her favorite pizza is spicy vegetarian.
Actually, does sound kind of good.
Aside from mushrooms, yeah. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's probably vegetarian.
But at any rate,
She's basically a human version of Fluttershy. Crossed with
well, it's like, basically Twilight's researching abilities with, being able to pull stuff out of her plot, plus Fluttershy, and just sort of
personality and Twilight's intelligence. And then good.
But
the cover art of this, she needs a pocket protector because there's a blue ink stain on her jacket.
yeah, especially if she's ever going to be wearing, her 4th Doctor type scarf around. You don't want that getting ink all over it.
She is wearing her 4th Doctor scarf.
Of course she is.
As
she's always wearing her 4th Doctor scarf.
Or a bow tie.
Or a bow tie. Yeah.
Or
no. Both.
Or no, in one of the episodes, the Zygon story, she was wearing the question marks of the 7th Doctor.
Yeah.
And that is where we find out that the Doctor wears question mark underwear.
Kinky.
Okay.
She said, "You used to wear question marks all the time." He's like, "I still do. I don't see any."
Oh, good grief.
Anyway.
Well, yeah. You never know when a scarf's going to come in handy. Especially a well-knitted one.
Mm-hmm.
You could needs to handle something hot. Instant pot holders.
Which she probably knitted herself.
Mm-hmm. But Yeah, it's sort of set up the thing, and it started to put it into motion, but it really didn't. I mean, it basically got us to a bunch of stuff happens, and then we get the first bits of the assimilation sort of situation going on. But
And you see that the first episode had a major foreshadowing. Because it's a good thing that the enemy didn't get a hold of you, Osgood, and then the very next episode she gets assimilated.
yeah.
God damn it.
That jinxed it.
Yeah.
And Sam wasn't going crazy. He was just getting assimilated slowly.
Yeah, well, I hate to admit this, but at least it wasn't Josh this time.
True. I know. Poor Josh. He never gets a break. Although now he gets to be the hero instead of being the one under the mind control. Because he's the only one who didn't get assimilated.
I
In the headgear.
don't think he can, or maybe he can.
Well, so far he can't. I mean, we've noticed that we found that he's pretty well protected by that that plastic.
It basically gives him immunity to just about anything.
Pretty much. I doubt he can even get sick now. Unless it's some super bug.
Or a plastic eating substance.
Oh no, they do have those. They use them for oil spills.
It'd have to get through the skin anyway. But
Sure.
But that's an interesting idea for a anti-auton weapon. Bacteria that eats plastic. It's like, here.
They do have anti-plastic.
Yeah. So I assume that might be just exactly what anti-plastic is. It's not necessarily a chemical as much as it's a pathogen.
Yeah. Whatever that gun is they used in that one episode to kill him, to parallel him.
Oh yeah, the one the parallel him might not have been plasticized.
True.
We don't know. I mean, sure, she said that I'm the brain, you're the brawn, but that's because he's a soldier. So it could just be that you're my lackey because you're the soldier and I'm the smart one. We don't know if he actually did have the plasticine skeleton. Although that one gun probably could have gotten to him. I mean, it melted Sam.
Yeah.
So that one probably could have killed him. But I mean, aside from extremes like that, he's pretty much immune.
Pretty much.
So he is pretty susceptible to mind control.
Yeah.
He just doesn't think he is. I can't be mind controlled. My mind is too sharp. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Any other?
The title of this one should have been, "Yay, it's not Josh this time."
But it has to be Josh. It always has to be Josh.
Anyway.
Always Josh. Just usually.
Oh, it should be an episode where there's like a mind controlling creature and everybody looks at Josh like, Josh, are you okay? It's like, what are you looking at me for?
sounds about right.
Anyway, any other thoughts on telepresence?
Let's see. My thought is, I really want to see what it looked like them running.
Yes, yes.
It looked like a road runner.
That's what I was picturing.
One thought though. Okay, if basically they can impose whatever they want onto this avatar because it's just a mental projection, could they, in order to increase the British quotient of this particular episode, could they have played yakety sax? Had coming out of them while they run, or some background Scooby-Doo music.
I did picture Josh as Roadrunner at that, which I mean, I could see it. I'm looking at the cover art right now, so yeah, I could see him as Roadrunner.
Mimi.
You know, if I was them, I would have imagined myself giant and just crushed everything.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been something he would have been happy to do.
Like, screw you, Cyberman.
Yeah. I'm sure he would have if he had thought of that.
Yeah. Anyway,
And there's the cover art, so. Those worm thingies look more like one of those bendy, either not a bendy straw, but like those bendy arms that they use for like holding up stuff.
Oh, don't talk about straws. Straws are banned.
No, first of all, the paper straws aren't, and neither are the ones that are reusable. But the clamps that you use to hold up like your mic or your screen, that's what those look like.
Mm.
Well, the background looks like a gaping maw. Like they're about to walk into a mouth. That's what it looks like to me. And they were saying they don't have a torch. It looks like there's a torch on Shindy's jacket.
You know, sometimes when I hear torch, I can think, okay, it's British. It's not a literal torch.
I use the term torch all the time for that. Of course, I also use the term fag instead of cigarette, which does catch people off guard sometimes. It's like, could you put out that fag, please? Like,
I'm so offended.
I'm talking about the fag that you're smoking.
Doubly offended. Why don't I do that in the private of our home?
Cannibalism?
No, it's a new phase for blowjob.
Anyway, before we get too down into the muck, Any other things about telepresence?
Nope, I'm good.
I don't think I have any more
All right.
non-dirty references.
All right.